All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're back up here at the amazing Jimmy Britt here, and we are doing some videos here on some of the Jeep things and stuff like that, and making things happen. And the first thing we want to talk about right here, Jeep's new changes in prices that they're doing for 2026. These are 25s, here's a 25 here. All these things are changing in the fact that the prices are coming down on most trim lines. So we take something like a Sport here. Okay, the Sport is the one that actually went up like 200 bucks. Okay, this is a Sport S right here, a Sahara. Sorry, this is a Sahara. I'm not thinking, but on the Sahara. But here's a Sport right here. This is their Sport with the, this is that wheel spacer special. I showed you this the other night. They put, look at the stance on this. Okay, they put 30, what are these, 35 1250s? Is that what I'm thinking? 315/70, yeah, so like 35 1250, but look at, they put wheel spacers on this thing here. I love the running boards, but the wheel spacers I'm not a fan of. But the Sport version of the Jeep Wrangler actually did go up about $200. However, the Rubicons went down. Okay, the Rubicon trim and some of the other ones have gone down, but the Rubicon being the biggest one. But for 2026, a Rubicon has dropped. I still have the numbers here somewhere. Let me grab my sheet of paper right here. I did write it down on here. So for 2023, a Rubicon was $53,450. I'm sorry, 2025, a Rubicon was $53,450 for a 2025. That MSRP in 26 drops to $51,265. So it's basically an $1,800, almost $2,000 drop on the price of a Rubicon Wrangler for 2026. That's very good news. And we don't know pricing yet on the Gladiators, so we don't know if the Gladiator will follow suit or what's going to happen with that. We can hope. This is a Rubicon on a 35 Extreme package that we have right here. Full-blown Extreme package. Gorgeous setup. Love it. I love this car. If I was buying a Wrangler today, any Wrangler, if you were to offer me any version of a Wrangler, it would be this in this color right here. I would take this one right here in a heartbeat. I would just say, hand me the keys, and I would take it exactly as is right here. Of course, it is one, I don't see a window sticker anywhere. No, we don't get a window sticker. God, it drives me nuts. It kills it for me. And maybe I'll remember to go look it up, but probably not, based on the fact that I put out 3 videos a day and make 21 videos a week. I'll probably forget all about it. But we have a regular Rubicon right here. Here's a standard Rubicon. You can see the differences in here between the 35 package. See this? We got our simple standard our plate here, simple standard plate that is right there like that. As you see, I'll show you the difference with a 33 on here. When you come over to that 35 package, look at the size of that tire. Okay, so you get this huge 35, but also notice we get the raised setup here, and all of that is connected into all these reinforcements brackets on here to support and handle the weight of that tire. See that versus this right here. See the difference? Okay, you can see it here versus that. So you get that setup on that 35 package. You also get these different wheels set up with the bead locks. You get the 35s. You also get this extended fender flare that you do not get on a standard one to help keep mud and stuff down and set up. You can remove that if you want to, but it is kind of nice. You also get the 456 gears in this thing to handle that extra weight of those tires and all that in there. They take you up from a 410 to a 456 gear ratio in there. It's an amazing package and well worth it as far as I'm concerned. I straight up love it. But that's what you get over this one. Now here, this one does have the window sticker on it on this Rubicon right here. I can see it right here. What are we coming in at? $61,000, and you can see there's quite a bit of options on there. You can see that options list. Pretty good options list on there, so that's things to consider. 51,455 right there. Here's that number right there, so you can kind of see what's going on. And this is, yep, 2025, and then you got your destination somewhere on here again right there, 1895, which would be added into that. So like I said, you know, I like the fact that the prices are coming down on them. Now, we've not heard about the Gladiator prices yet. We're still probably about 3 weeks from what I'm hearing from inside the grapevine, about 3 weeks or so before we're going to start hearing the actual numbers on the Gladiator, what they're going to come in and sell for, what any changes are going to be. We did hear already that the Gladiator will be getting a 392, most likely. That's pretty much the one that's confirmed, and confirmed pretty strongly. Obviously, till we officially see it, we don't know, but it is, you know, heavily I guess confirmed is the best way to put it, is that it's basically everything but in one right now. So we might get that. We don't know the pricing on it. We might get that 35 package that we saw in here. We're going to get stormed on pretty hardcore here in a little bit. Hopefully I get through this video before we do. But hopefully we get that 35 package that we just showed you on that orange one right there, that package. We get that to finally carry over and be on the Rubicon and the Mojave and the Gladiator. We need it. It's time. Put it here. Give us that option. Give us the 456 gears and give us those wheel setups on here, especially the 456 gears, because as soon as I can get a Rubicon Gladiator with 456s and a 35 package, great. I'm ripping the 35s off and throwing 37s on it immediately. Okay, no questions, right on the stock wheels, no ifs, ands, or buts, just done. It'll be done the second it shows up. The reason I don't have didn't put 37s on mine is I did not want 37s on 410 gears. I wanted to make sure that I could have the, the taller gear, the 456 gears, the lower gears. And they, couldn't get it on a Gladiator without having to re-gear it. That voids warranty. If they give us that package, I will be first in line to buy it. I'll be in line to buy it, and I'm not buying a 392. I won't even care about the Hemi. I don't care about a Hurricane coming in. I don't care about any of that. All I want is the Extreme 35 package with 37, or so I can put 37s on it and keep my factory warranty. That's what I want. I know people will say, well, you can put 37s on it. Well, technically, maybe you can, but on the same note, warranty issues today are usually somewhere in the neighborhood of like, what is it, like 10% or something, or 5% of tire size. If you increase that, then you can void your warranty. My buddy just went through that with his F-250. He had to get that all that stuff done for his fuel system, and they asked him, first thing they asked him, what size tires did you put on it? And he's like, I got 35s. Well, they just were they fit the bill because it came stock with 33s, so he was okay. He'd have put 37s on an F-250, he would have been in big trouble. They would have voided that warranty. We hear this happening more and more. So I would like that with the 35 Extreme package so that I could take that package, the benefits of it, and use it to put 37s on. But we do know that Jeep, like I said, prices are coming down. We are excited for that. I doubt highly that the price is going to come down on the 392, especially with the new 392 coming. Here's another Rubicon right here. Check that out, and we'll be right back with you. Here, we'll go over and check out that 92. All right, here's that 392 sitting right here. Look at that, baby. And that is what we are assuming and hearing confirmed reports of, that we are going to get a Gladiator version of this 392, which would be exciting. The only downside, the killer to it, is this, the price tag. That is the price of this, and the Gladiator is typically more than this. So if this is the price we're seeing at $103,000 for this MSRP, I would imagine that the Gladiator version will be about $110,000. And that is crazy insane. And it would be a brand new vehicle, and I don't really trust brand new versions of vehicles. Some people will argue and say it's not the same thing. Look, this is already there. Gladiator is a completely different system, different drive shafts, different exhaust, different tanks, different setups, everything. It's not the same, and there's a lot of places that things could be wrong as you're stuffing this in there and trying to make it work. Yeah, is the front end the same? Yeah, but there's a lot of things that would have to change to make that 392 work in a Gladiator, and it can be done. Obviously, America's Most Wanted does it all the time, and I'll be honest. If they come in with the 392 Gladiator and it comes in at $100,000 and I wanted one really bad, instead of buying the factory Jeep one, I would buy America Most Wanted one. I would get it there, and I'd get him with the 5.7 Hemi in it for like, buy my Gladiator, bring it there, have them do the conversion. You save like $25,000 or $30,000, I'm guessing, over what it's going to cost you here for a brand new one. And I get a lot of other features in there, and it's done the way I want. Or I could spend the same dollar amount and end up coming out of there with one that's got the 5.7 or even a 392 for the same money. And I got 40s, and I got staying at 60s, and I got a lot of things done up right. So that's my opinion. But point of the video, good news, Jeep is coming down in price, and Jeep is offering us some pretty cool new options. And we only got a few weeks before we learn a lot more about what's happening with the new Gladiator. So we will keep you posted on all of it. Thanks for watching.